Azekel Adasuisnt, a new player in the game. Quietly honing his craft between intermittent EP releases since 2013, Azekel has procured the biggest cosign of all time from the late Prince, racking up collaborations with Gorillaz and Massive Attack along the way. Now, he's ready to step out from the fringes, readying the release of his first length. It's been a long time coming. It took me a while to believe I could actually do it, Azekel tells Clash. I'm ready now, I have a story to tell. Azekel, an Angolan African name, translates as God-given, a praise from God, and the namesake could not be more apropos for the Nigerian-born East Londoner, his music imbued with the soulful directness of gospel music, as if you're listening in on an intimate confessional. Titled Our Father, the immensity of faith and its ties to heritage are woven into the narrative. The record is very spiritual. It's also honest and soulful, and those are three things I want the listener to walk away with. Sonically, Azekel has a broad crossover appeal, enthused by the amorphous avant R&B of Sampha and Kalela, but also by the pantheon of black history, his musical stimuli defined in part by the sounds of his childhood. Azekel reminisces, "My dad had a big sound system in the living room, and my parents were constantly playing the likes of Fela Kuti, Whitney Houston and Marvin Gaye. My mum really loved Marvin, and it's Gaye's imprint on Azekel's own vocal musicianship that is telling, possessing a striking multi-octave range, no more evident than on the scintillating, disco heat of Can We Have Fun?" Our Father comprises 3 segments: family, mental health and youth, each chapter delving deep into the consciousness of a young family man, lifting the veil on modern masculinity and presenting a variant of the black diaspora. I'm drawing from the influences in my life, and the experience of being a young black father is something that is near and dear to my heart. It's all I know. Azekel's personal experience of parenthood may feel insular, but his meditation on Don't Wake the Babies is a wry, at times somber, refreshingly relatable take on the reality of adulthood. The whole ethos of the project is to showcase a different black experience to the one that is usually portrayed. Azekel is as much a visually inclined as he is musically. For this project, it was important that the visual and the music aligned closely, Azekel says. The stark simplicity of the rest-directed video for Family Chapter 1, featuring a miscellaneous display of black women swathed in natural, minimalist tones, is a welcome deviation from the commonplace depiction of them as utilized and ornamental. I wanted to convey that black is beauty. It's quite simple really. All shades, sizes and personalities, regardless of what is shown in the media. Having daughters inspired me to write this song and to move with this concept for the visual. In the mental health chapter, Azekel explores the generational ripple effect between men, on a micro level but also an institutionalized, structural level. Consciously removing the stigma attached with mental health by being audaciously open with his own admissions, Azekel is hoping more young black men open up. I'm still figuring it all out. Making this record has been cathartic, but the balance comes and goes. What I am learning is that living my truth and being introspective provides me with that sense of balance. The feeling of unsettledness and ambiguity is best expressed on the song Loading, Azekel listing his vices and struggles in tandem with fragments of real-life conversations. I had a hard time when I entered my 20s. I started feeling a lot of crazy emotions and had to revisit a lot of stuff that happened previously in my life. Hearing myself retell my experience with mental health feels like someone saying it's going to be okay. It heals. However emotionally hefty the chronicle of Azekel's life has been, he wants to subvert the status quo, with rhythmically inclined, effervescent odes that celebrate blackness in all its glory. I learned through this process that responsibility can make you feel too serious at times. I had to stop and remind myself that I'm still young. Youth is a mindset of curiosity, hope, and fearlessness, and as a result the music I made was brighter and funkier. Where East London fart, offbeat, avant R&B with a message. Get 3 songs: Loading, Don't Wake the Babies, Black is Beauty, Daughter's Words, Shahzabe Hussein. Join us on Vero as we get under the skin of global cultural happenings. Follow Clash magazine as we skip merrily between clubs, concerts, interviews and photo shoots. Get backstage sneak peeks and a true view into our world as the fun and games unfold. By Clash magazine.